Hi, this is Penny Oates, and tonight I'd like to talk to you about that winning feeling. I read a book of that name years and years ago, and it's stuck with me ever since because it made such an impression on me. In its basic form, I suppose what I'm talking about is psychocybernetics, but I'll leave that to the late great Dr. Maxwell Maltz to explain that in his audios and books which have been well publicised. What I want to explain to you is how that winning feeling can work for you in any relationship that you have, whether it's in a personal relationship, whether it's in a business relationship, whether it's with a leadership relationship with your team. The way it worked for me, if I give you the example, I started eventing horses quite late in life. I wasn't the world's best horse rider. I was adequate but not brilliant, and at that time, whilst I managed to afford the horses, I didn't really have extra money over to get tuition with some of the top people, which would obviously have helped me get on and progress a little bit more. And I was going and competing at one-day events, and I was doing okay. I was doing a reasonable dressage, I was show jumping without too many faults and getting round the cross country, but I wasn't winning anything, and I'm quite a competitive sort of person. So I thought, what can I do about this? And I stumbled across the book, That Winning Feeling. And what it explained was that your subconscious likes images. It responds very, very well to images. Now, I'd been working very, very hard. I'd been keeping fit, doing everything I needed to do with my horses, but I was still not winning anything. And it was all about mental attitude. And what I used to do is, in order to get those images in my mind, I would lie in bed at night on my back and think about a time when everything went right. Whether it was a perfect show jump, a perfect dressage movement, a perfect cross-country jump, any time at all when everything went absolutely right and I thought, "Ooh, wow, we did that well." Then I would put it into a round of show jumps. So I would take that perfect jump and I would imagine myself going round a course of jumps, and every time I would feel the same as I did when I did that perfect jump. I'd approach the fence in the same way as when I did that perfect jump. We'd go over it, and I would in effect create in my mind images of the perfect round. I'd do the same with the dressage and the same with the cross country. Then I started giving myself lessons at night. I would be laid there with my eyes closed, and I would have maybe an hour's lesson with one of the greats. And I would see in my mind images of me doing perfect jumps, perfect movements on the horse, with one of these great instructors telling me what to do and helping me to move forward. And I could visualize that in my mind, creating images for my subconscious. Now, I think I had a couple of hours tuition every day for maybe 10-12 days. Now, I should explain, up to that point I'd done okay, but I'd never won anything. I went from there to winning a major event that next weekend purely because my attitude was right. I'd done the work. My subconscious believed that I was a winner because I was jumping perfect rounds. It could see images of me jumping perfect rounds. It could see images of me doing perfect dressage tests. It could see images of me going to pick up the cup because I was a winner. And it did the rest. It did it for me. Subconscious mind is a massively powerful tool. The problem is, if we just tell it to do something, it's got all the other images in its mind of all the times we weren't successful. So we have to replace those with images where we are successful. Now, that was a turning point for me. And the next time I wanted to do really well at something was when I first started gun dog training. I didn't know anything about gun dogs, didn't know anything about how to train them. I bought a book, but I'd only got up to about chapter 4, and I was trying to become a gun dog trainer and do well in competitions. Now, I went to my first competition, and looking back it was ridiculous, because I'd never even taught my dog hand signals or anything like that, because I didn't know you had to. Went to our first competition competing with some really good people, and we won it, because I'd played in my mind my dog going straight to the dummy, straight to the retrieve each and every time. I think my mental energy must have passed on to the dog, because he did. There was never any issues because I believed it. So I'm a big believer in that winning feeling. If you have that winning feeling in your mind, you can replicate it anytime you want. And you can pass it on to business, you can pass it on to leadership. Before I do a presentation, I mentally visualize someone doing a perfect presentation, and it works. It works for me. So if you want more information on how this can work for you, read the rest of the blog post, and that's at www.onlinebusinessop, that's OPP review.com, or look at the rest of my free training videos, the rest of my blogs, and have a look as well at a couple of businesses that I'm involved in that are very, very exciting at the moment. So thank you very much. I'll be back with another blog post tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing you then. Bye for now.